Greetings, traders. It is I, Abdul Shabazz, and this is some real change. Stock options trading journey. We love it here. We have a beautiful gap down this morning after a monstrosity day yesterday that we called out yesterday afternoon. And my goodness, what a turn of events. Today is going to be excited. I know it. Today is going to be our best trading day ever. That is the mentality that we're bringing in today. Thank you for joining us live. Thank you for watching the replay. The usual crew will be popping in right now, and we thank them for their consistency as well. Prince is in the building. Dr. J is in the building. And Prince, we're going to make this our best trading day ever. That is the goal. We have a huge gap. Aaron is in the building as well. We have a huge gap down this morning. A huge gap down from yesterday's close at 456.66 to the market trading right now at 454.9. The market is also being very diligent in respecting this 454.6 area as support for now. It's going to be an exciting morning. It's going to be a great trading day. Strict rules will be followed. The bottom line is we want to get on here early to be able to identify the algos, see exactly what is available, but I will not trade till after 10 o'clock. We have to identify our areas of strength. I am a 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock trader. And the longer I wait, the easier it is to trade. Literally. Because we give these algos a chance to expose themselves. And when a trade is available, it becomes slim pickings. We're going to take our time today. It is definitely a bearish field day as of now. Price contracts are very decent. A little less, 30 seconds before we start. As we begin today. I am putting contracts in the chambers for later. Repeat, I will use the first 30 minutes to identify the algos and then wait for someone to get control. Game plan. I would like to see a call above 456. I would like to take a put below the break of 454.5. Dan is in the building as well. Good morning, team. Huge gap down from yesterday's close. effect will it have on the market? We don't know as of yet. So we'll be patient. But just to communicate, I do have a 456 put in the chamber and a 456 call in the chamber. But now I have closed the lid on my execution computer. Double bottom is formed. Are you looking at the 1 minute on that, Prince? $30. It's a 30-minute chart down here at the bottom. Right here in the middle, where I'm at now. So you can see the gap down from yesterday. And you guys know I love to draw lines in the sand, and this line that I drew right here, if you look to the right, this is my indicator of where the stock goes red for the week. And will they allow that to happen? Again, always taking the opportunity to look at longer time frames as well. So we have the weekly in the bottom right corner. We have the daily chart in the upper right corner. And you can see yesterday it put in a shooting star, not textbook, but a shooting star nonetheless. And we now have price trading beneath it. This is also another reason why this is drawn. And it has proven to be an area of interest. If we look to the left here, here, and this morning. So this 455.3 is a magnet. And what we want is a clear break away from it. Now, this morning, the stock price did get all the way down to 454.7. So with a break of pre-market lows, would I then look to potentially execute a put for a continuation move? And again, if you look here at the 5-day, 5-minute, you can see why I said I like to see a break of this potentially. Looking at a much wider time frame with the 5 days on the 5-minute. And if you guys remember yesterday when I took this put here yesterday and the stock started doing this, and I told you guys that I did not like or feel safe advising you to get in a put that in actually what I saw was a lot of liquidity built from the bulls. And this was a little bit lower. Okay, I was talking about this area here, the 454.6, went down 30 more cents, but that was the low. And in fact, the bulls did exactly that, used the bears as liquidity for the monstrous move that we had back up yesterday. If you remember, we talked about that right before we got off air. I was a little early advising the call, but it was definitely a call, no doubt. So this morning we have a gap down to this 455.3 area, and the further we look back, the further we can see, as I was saying, that it being a magnet. If you look here, it was at this point when it broke, there was a squeeze up. Also was at the same point when it broke on the way down, there was a flush. We had a gap up to go way past it, put in some highs, came right back down to it and through it, and then the break of it, we had another flush. Stock was drawn right back down to it as a magnet. Then we had a beautiful break of a V right here for excellent put. A lot of consolidation on that crazy day, the FOMC day. Stock price did get away from it, but right back to it. And it did get away from it again. Right back to it. The flush underneath it, money was made. The break above it, money was made. So there's something special about this 455.3 area. So with that history going forward, how can we benefit from that knowledge? History tells us don't get too excited either way. If it breaks down away from it, don't get too excited. If it breaks up away from it, don't get too excited as of now. But to identify that with the breaking through this area and the breaking above this area, there are some profit-taking opportunities. Will that happen today? We don't know. We're just looking at the chart and identifying what the algos are telling us is happening in this area. It's always good to look at a little bit of history because people have memory. We have several reports coming out today. Careful spikes. And again, this should not be surprising, as we said, when we have the break down from here, we have the tendency to see put action. It's just a little too early for me, and I refuse to trade anymore past before 10 o'clock. We have to have a set of rules that are indicative to our trading. It is our rules that make us money. I don't care how many times you might get tempted or how many times you might win. The one time you lose, you will be destroyed. I don't blame you for thinking about a put, Prince. I'm thinking about a put as well. But the chart is saying be patient. Please, this is not financial advice. You do whatever you choose to do and let us know. We will cheer you on. But have a clear area. Have a clear stop area, Prince. And if you were going to take a put, you could stomach the stop area above the 455.3. Right now, with it being halfway between resistance and support, Me personally, why is it I actually see a call. Because now we're getting liquidity coming back to this familiar area. We know what happens, whether it makes it there or not. But as I stated, I see a call. Dr. J said we have 2 reports coming out at 10 o'clock. 2, so be careful. Thank you, Dr. J. We are still red for the day, which is awesome. Doesn't truly matter to us. Put or call, either or. Again, we try to show up to this game with both jerseys on, just in case we have to change at halftime. The goal is to be a winner, not a participant. Again, this is not financial advice, but as I stated, Prince, I saw a call coming. The break of this 455, that would be my confirmation. But again, I'm not doing anything but watching, observing, allowing the markets to reveal itself. And even though I may see what is going on, I'm still not taking any trades. Not yet. Range is too tight. But she's battling, battling for this week. And again, remember what I said, never get too excited just yet. Let's wait, Prince. Let's give it just a little bit more time. Get some more volume. Let's wait, everybody. Give it a little bit more time. But if you're aching to take a trade, then let's identify the areas where safe trades are. Puts are safe. Little 454.6, but don't marry the trade. As we know, this acts as a magnet. and calls are safe above the 455, but don't marry trade. Look at that. Imagine the bulls and the bears who just got their money taken from these candles right here. A shooting star. Then you have trading beneath the shooting star, which gives us a bearish sentiment. This candle starts off red, then it has a flush, then all of a sudden they get squeezed as the bulls buy up these lower prices, engulfs this red candle, squeezes all of those bears, goes right back to the 455.3, which is resistance, hit that, and then flushes profit taking. As the profit taking comes down, puts in a nice bearish red candle. The bears are now thinking, we're finally going to squeeze the bulls. And what happens? The bulls come right back and squeeze the bears. There was a lot of money lost from novices in these three candles, but it wasn't us. It was not us. That liquidity grab I was telling you about. You have two options on a candle like this if you want to take a call right now. And again, this is not financial advice. We've seen this before last week, guys, where the bulls start buying up these lower prices. We've seen it. We've also identified this area as a magnet. So, the most conforming, I can't think of the word for confirmation in the magnitude, but for the most confirmationist move would be a close above the 455. Just because you come, open the door to the party, it doesn't mean that you're really coming in. So I don't want to get excited because I see you open the door and stick your head in the party. I want to see you come on in and close the door. With that happening, that does now allow these early bears to become liquidity to go back and possibly retest the pre-market high. And this orange right here is pre-market high. Let me show you that here. On the line chart, there's the pre-market high. There was that liquidity grab there that I was talking about, Prince, when I told you I saw a call. There's the left shoulder, here's the head. This is the right shoulder that's going on right now. Whether we get a break above it or not, we don't know. But that is why I told you, Prince, I saw a call coming and advised against put. That's not to say that the put won't come, because if it does, it'll be a nice one, because you'll have a lot of bulls to be used as liquidity to go down. Right now, she's hanging around this magnet. That's exactly why I am not participating at all until after 10 o'clock. Now, let's talk about this. You see these top wicks? What is this saying? It's saying that there are still some bulls on the scene. There are still some some bears on the scene. These top wicks are indicating that there are still bears on the scene. So, Prince, there is a very real possibility that you might get the put that you so desire. Aaron, Dad, Dan, Dr. J. Let's wait just a little bit longer. We want to be a little bit more than right. We want to be sure. There is exactly what I was talking about. For those of you who have the desire to take a call, you have the close above the 455. That would be your indicator to get in a call now using the break of this as your stop. Very tight stop, very great potential reward. Again, this is not financial advice, but we see what we see. Once you see the algos, you can't unsee them. Again, as I stated, there are some bears still present. The bears have not left the party. And that's even more reason, guys, for us to stay on the sideline right now. There is no clear setup at all. None. Over 3.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. Anything can happen. Has anyone noticed volume today compared to the average volume on the SPY? Can we get someone to give us a volume report, please? It does appear we are still consolidating. We have another report coming up at 10 o'clock, guys. So use that knowledge wisely. If you're still in a call, use this time right now to take a little bit of profit. Put some money in your pocket right now, please. If you want to leave a runner, do so. Stopping out at the 455-2 area, or like I said, the break of this support. Smacking it. If you're in this call, Prince, congratulations. You've identified also a profit-taking area, which would be the retest of pre-market high. Put your finger on the trigger, get ready to shoot that if it comes in your scope. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Chick-fil-A on you today, Prince. Keep an eye on the clock, Prince. There's 15 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Secure your profits. If you want to leave a runner, fine, but secure your profits. There's no need to go on a roller coaster ride. Because we can make money in the 5-minute candle. We've proven that here time and time again, as Prince just did, because I'm sure he is out. Congratulations, Prince. Now with that report coming out, who knows With that, it's the charts. We're just reading the charts, and we're traders understanding what's going on, so we're reading the charts. Wa alaikum salam, brother Hamza is in the building. We're just identifying the charts and where they could possibly go. We're also keeping abreast with what's going on, and we always want to secure the money when the money is presented, when it's available. We take it. When the money presents itself, we take it. Again, the explanation for why this call was so readily available is because with this gap down, we had a lot of early morning bears. Exactly. Don't overstay your welcome. We had a lot of early morning bears who saw this gap down as a possible opportunity to begin the reversal process, as when we early looked on the weekly chart, it now went from green to red. Boy, were the bears excited. So excited that some of them even wanted to start taking puts here. But I said, well, wait a minute. Let's look at things. Let's first identify this as a magnet. Let's also look at the fact that it really hasn't even gotten down to test pre-market lows right now. And we also see that the bulls are coming in and buying up these lower prices as they did last week. And then eventually they would show themselves, and they did right here. Aha, here we are. And they did that with the close above this resistance area to turn it into support on the very next candle. With the close of this, gave you the confidence to take that call using the break of this as your stop, using the 5-minute candle for your profit-taking candle itself. That is the explanation of the call. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. I'm just identifying what we see. And the explanation sometimes is equally as important to whether or not we even took the trade or not, to understand what's going on, so when we see it again, we know how to act. But again, we also have identified that this 455.3 is a magnet. And as we stated before, if you get below it, don't get too excited. If you get above it, don't get too excited. Thank you, Dr. J. If everyone would please smash the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'd rather wait until I call out a nice winning trade for you guys first. Thank you, Dr. J. But as I stated, the bears are still present. The bears are still present. And with this 10 o'clock report coming out in less than 1 minute, I want to see how the market responds and reacts to that. Could the market continue to go up and close this gap? Absolutely, it could. Here comes the 10-minute candle, guys. Stand by. Wait, man, boy, I wish I'd have been. Oh, I wish I could have shorted it with that pop like that. Gosh almighty, man. Whew. I'm so glad everyone is safe. I'm so glad everyone is safe, because it could have went the other way as well. That is nuts, but we welcome that liquidity. We welcome that liquidity. My goodness. My goodness. That thing jumped a whole dollar. And we can also see that, let's give it up for the lines, because the stock price is respecting the lines that we have drawn. And I go over these lines in the playbook that we're getting into PDF, how I draw these lines, where they come from, what they identify, and how I'm able to create these lines. But it's not me, I'm just acknowledging what the stock price is doing, and I'm just writing it down. So yeah, let's give it up for the lines. Now, one thing that I do know, as we stated before, even if it gets above this, don't get too excited. The 455 is a magnet. This is really impressive, I must say. Okay, Prince, I know you're over there right now having a fit. The only thing I can say is keep in mind that could have went the other way, and for future references, if you want to keep a runner, make it something like one contract that you will quickly be able to get out of if you want to tango, when this song comes on. You definitely was in the party, but if you want to tango when this song comes on, protect yourself. Who knows? But if you look at your 30-minute chart, you can see where we do have an area right here, actually. I should have put a line, but I didn't. Literally right here. This is daily resistance. So I'll put daily resistance in a bright red. Again, when we back it up and look at the larger scheme of things, we can see that it's doing exactly what it does. It looks pretty, but still nothing amazing has really happened yet. And you can see that line that I actually just put in right here was respected once, twice, 3 times already. And we've seen that once it hit that line, it has come back down. Will it do it today? We don't know. There's your head and shoulders. I have a left shoulder with a liquidity grab, a potential head, right shoulder. So let us be clear, it is with the break of this that I want to get into a put. I want to call out the trade that I want to take if it presents itself this morning. $455 or $456 put. And if the market does trade back here, the move will not necessarily be automatic. They will definitely have to put up a fight at this area, because also at this liquidity, they would give up the daily candle as well. It doesn't have to come down. It could keep going up. That's what the SPY does. We're just identifying trades where they might presently be. But I definitely see this coming back down. But it doesn't have to. So again, that's the patience of being patient. The benefit of being patient. Still early. It's just 10 o'clock, guys. I could take this out of here because it blew past pre-market high. That would have been a great entry. But to me, I just don't want to deal with those reports because they could go either way and fast. Now I see the bulls coming back, trying to use the bears as liquidity here. Quick profit taking run, push it up even higher. Presumably. It's now just a waiting game, guys. We've already identified the area that we want to take a trade. We realize that when potentially, if it does get back to this area, it's not going to be, as uncontested as we would like. The put will definitely be contested. As the bulls right now are activating, trying to push it higher. Even right now, don't let these red candles fool you. Which is why you heard me say nothing about getting in a put on this continuation candle. Okay? Voila, there they go. Here we go. Remember how the bulls always jumping out? Aha! They just jumped out again. I see them though. You're not gonna get me. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. We want that continuation candle, but this wasn't it. It wasn't fooling me. This wasn't it. And I only learned that because I've been burned like this before. No. Also keep in mind that anywhere from the 455.7 up, the bulls are an extreme profit. So this is just averaging in, taking advantage of lower prices, taking some profit off the table. It's not really a reversal. It's not a reversal till you get enough bulls to come step back in. And again, let's go back and look at a little bit of history. Okay, this is that area here. And even look right here what happened here. You came, it hit that area, it broke beneath it, but it really didn't get that extension down to the 454. The only thing that has us a little bit excited about that extension is the fact that price has already been down there this morning. And this gold line here still represents pre-market high. But that's also why I said don't get too excited, because this 454.3 is really being a magnet. So I don't have any problem not taking a trade today at all, because the market is just truly consolidating right now. You can see that clearly here on the daily chart. And this is the top Bollinger Band. It has completely flattened out. Okay. And this is the consolidation area all right here. From here to here. I don't know how to use these controls, I guess. That is the consolidation area, guys. And it's been like that for days now. And again, you can clearly see in this area, even on the daily chart, how that 455.3 is a magnet. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of stock price touching it. 8 days of the stock price hanging around, touching, going through one way or the other, that 455.3. The trade we take is our responsibility. I'm just sharing what the market is sharing with us. So, does that mean that I'm not going to take the trade? Absolutely not. Of course I'm going to take it. But that means if the trade does come, you can't marry it. You can't marry it. You just can't. SOH. What does SOH damn mean? I'm sorry, I'm not up on that. Remember when I told you guys that I even saw a potential call coming even more? Look at those bottom wicks. The bulls are doing it again. Don't let those red candles fool you. It's not going to be an easy battle either way it goes. Especially look at the 30-minute chart, guys. Let's look at that. Because this is really just consolidate. Let's pull this 30-minute chart up and talk about it. Okay. And I'm really starting to love the 30-minute chart, guys. Let's talk about the 30-minute chart. You can clearly, easily see when someone is in trouble on this 30-minute chart. Easy, easy, easy. And on demand, I've been practicing a lot with 30-minute chart. Right here, this was a put. Now, of course, you know that the stock is going to wiggle, of course, but you put your stop halfway through the middle of the previous candle. But what an excellent, excellent put. You have this liquidity to use to go down. Excellent call right here. Okay, you have this liquidity here that I called out yesterday for the bulls to push it all the way up. Okay. Same thing here with the break of this structure. Excellent liquidity. Same size this candle is with the same size they covered. Right there. And then there were no more easy trades. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of consolidation. Then you had to break out from it. But that trade would have been right here, according to the 30-minute. Now, as you see with the 30-minute, it does fluctuate and move. Heck, this 30-minute was at 457 and then came all the way back down to 455. But of course, this took place within the infamous, speech, that was going on and the results from it. No problem. This is that 10 o'clock candle. So But even judging this candle, if you want to use a 30-minute candle for opportunity to get in, could have used that right there. So here was a put, here was a call, here was a put, here was a call, and here is a call. Quick little 30-minute explanation. Again, backing up, the further we back up, the further you can see how simple it is. It's not easy, but it's simple. See the lines, how they're respected. So clear areas to take profit. Coming down here, you had a clear area here. Going up, you had a clear area here. This would have been a scalp. Profit target here. Same thing here, profit target. The way this thing is moving is insane right now. The way this 30-minute chart is moving is insane right now. It's showing you the fact that we're in a consolidatory fashion right now. Again, that's the 30-minute chart. So I will absolutely take a break at 11. Can't believe I haven't taken a trade yet today. But I'm happy because if my pattern does not present itself, I'm not putting my money at risk. She is trying to go higher. She absolutely is. Anything other than that 10 o'clock report, this would have been a good trade. So I really, wouldn't advise that. Because the same way that 10 o'clock report took off this way, it could have took off that way.
Is that you?
That's not looking good for the Bulls. That's not looking good at all for the Bulls. No, that move has given up. That's a bearish move. That move has retraced more than 60%. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It's a real bearish move. Let's go to the 5 minutes. You can see it a little bit clearer. Oh, I saw it. On the 30 minutes. You can also see it right here on the line chart as well. Going back to what I said, this area being a magnet, knowing that there'll be a fight potentially at this area, which is why I'm waiting. Because I don't want to get too comfortable. I better not get too comfortable. However, I do potentially like the fact that we could have a repeat of yesterday. Take a look at this one. We finished with a nice shooting star. So we had trading beneath the bottom of it, okay, as we pointed out, which was a nice flush down. With a little less than 2 minutes, we already have an area here to identify, and trading beneath that, as I stated, would be the break of this area. Knowing it's not going to be smooth or anything like that, so I'm not really too excited, but that's where the trade would be. It would also, on the daily chart here on the right, top right, change the candle from green to red. And the weekly candle would also be red on the week as well underneath this area. I better not get too comfortable. It better not get too. That's correct. We better not get too comfortable, because look at that right there. See, that's why we don't chase. That's why we're waiting. That's why we always identify that areas above VWAP. If you're short above VWAP, you need to cover above VWAP. When a stock is above VWAP, it has the tendency to have more of a bullish sentiment, and when it is below VWAP, it has more of a bearish sentiment. Do you see this? Oh, I'm not trading today. Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Did you see how the bulls came and stepped right in real hard? Okay, this has more room to go up, guys, because the bulls are getting ready to potentially squeeze these bears. So if you want to take the trade, it's completely on you. We're just identifying what is going on. But don't let the red candles fool you. The area for put is below here. A safe put is below here and nowhere else. A new 30-minute candle. No need to rush. We still have the 1 o'clock hour. We still have power hour. There has been a lot of liquidity built. It's all just staying in the same area, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and set an alarm here. There's no need for me to hurt my eyes looking at the screen. That's my area of interest. If stock price should decide to get back down there, I wanted to take a call above this area, but I knew to wait, especially after this, to see how the Bears would respond. But the Bulls are not convincing, even with this push, to take a call above this area. Again, this 455 is a magnet, so you cannot get too excited either way. Stock is consolidating right now. And I'm grateful that I have developed the eyesight to know when to stop looking. Set an alarm, wait for your alarm to go off. I still like this below this because we do have the pre-market low of 454.68. We do have an area of support here, and then this would be a lot of liquidity to be used down. As far as going up even higher, I don't see the Bears giving the Bulls that satisfaction. The gap has been closed. Seems like the mission was completed. There was the close of a gap. And now we're right back to yesterday's lull. Wasn't able to help everyone make some money today, but I hope you enjoyed the explanation. If so, could I please get a like? To identify there is an area for liquidity grab right here for the break of this line. But me, I prefer this line because the Bulls are still in control even right now. The Bulls are still in control. I have a buddy and a mentor named Eric, and he trades SPX. I myself am not familiar with how the SPX trades, but I have heard it's similar to SPY. But he called a call contract from $6.10 to $11.10, a $5 move on the option chain. Not a 10-cent. I mean, let's talk about 10 cents. With 100 contracts, 10 cents is $1,000. 10 cents is $1,000. He got a $5 move. I'm never giving this up. You know, I want to share that to you for inspiration. The amount of money that can potentially be made is beyond life changing. In fact, it goes to changing somebody else's life also. So study hard, be diligent. The most important thing you can study is your losses, not your wins. Study your mistakes so you don't repeat them again. Wow. That's crazy. Prince did the math. $500,000. It's nuts. I need to text him for some Chick-fil-A. Again, guys, we can see what's going on. We have a new 30-minute candle. She's finally flipped on us. She's trying. She's really trying. Let's take a peek at that 30-minute. Yeah. It's just really hard, especially when we look at such a larger scale here. Where do you put your money at? We've identified this, but this was that 10 o'clock report, so that was not a safe trade. But currently, there's nowhere to put your money. In order for the stock to continue to move in either direction, it needs liquidity to grab, to move. This went up because it had this liquidity grab coming down. This one came down because it had this liquidity going up. This one went up because it had this liquidity, okay, coming down. Same thing, we had the gap down last night, which provided this liquidity going up. But where is the trade? We're so close to resistance areas. We're so close to a new high that was put in today. Where is it? Even above this, you have two immediate resistance areas. I don't know. But we do know that the bulls have no problem buying. So the only question is, if you would like to take a call, not about your profit taking, because that's clearly identified, where would you protect yourself? Where would you or could you protect yourself from the adverse movement of consolidation? Trade we took yesterday was really the safest trade. That put was the safest trade. And yesterday, the same thing happened. The stock flipped from green to red right here at this area. Of course, there was a little discussion, like I said, but right after that, because you had all this liquidity built up. And so that's the same thing, same trade that we're potentially looking at today. You have to build up, you have to walk down, trying to get that flush. But again, can't marry the trade. It turned right back around and came up. And even though the stock is hanging around this 456.8 area, what happened last night? Wow. So it's just, I don't know. It's okay to say that. I don't know. I know to stay on the sidelines. I know that much. Just don't, the first thing you want to do when you get in is think, where can I protect myself? What am I willing to give up? Not how much am I going to make? How much could I potentially lose? That's the first thing you ask yourself. How much could I lose with this trade? And you won't know that until you identify the area that you would be wrong in the trade. That's what your stop out is. The explanation of a stop out is the area on the chart. The correct usage of a stop out is the area on the chart when you are wrong about what you think is going to happen. Where would you be wrong at? If you took a call, let's say for example, coming back here to the basics, even though we didn't because it was a 10 o'clock candle, but if you took a call here, you said, you know what, I'm gonna take a call with the break in this 5-minute structure. Where would you be wrong at? What area, even with fluctuation, you would be wrong if the stock started trading beneath that area. If the stock then came and instead of going up, put a candle in this way and it closed, then you would be wrong. And again, the word I said was closed, not touched, but closed. Okay, because we see an example here of a touch. This is a touch, but yet it's still closed. So we want to see it closed. If it closed, then this area would be your stop out area. So then the next thing is you have to ask yourself is, what is that distance from here to there? What is that distance? Okay? And then after you have that distance, then you have to take that amount and go look on the option chain and see, okay, how much would that be on the option chain? Am I okay with losing that amount? Or do I need to reduce my contracts so that I can still utilize this area, but I might not be willing to take 10 contracts right here? Because with a 10-cent stop out, that could be $100, or whatever it could be. But the key thing is to identify what your risk might be in the area that you're wrong in the trade, and then go from there. So if you want to take a put, you would have to ask yourself, okay, if I want to take a put, where would I be wrong? Where would it no longer be a put? That is your true stop out area. And risk management is using the appropriate size so that you don't blow your account just because it reaches your stop out area. Whatever you have decided to put at risk, then that's how you divide it up with your contract size to know how many to use if it gets to that area. Show you my algo chart too. I haven't showed you guys that. This is my algo chart based on the 1 minute. We had that drop down. Okay, we were still in this green algo. Actually, tighten it up a little bit. You got. So we got above it. We had this controlled selling that was taking place inside the purple algo. Controlled selling. We broke out of that. Here we are. But we've reached the top of the green algo. And even you can see here that the lines are being respected. We blew through that one. And it's the top of this green algo. As she continued to do her thing. But clearly, where would you put your stop at? That's the only thing that's stopping me from getting in a call right now. I don't have a clear defined area. Even on the algo, you can see it hit that green algo and come right down. It's just, I just don't want to fool with it, guys. It's not safe. It's not safe. I'm doing the best I can to try to keep up with it, but it's not safe. It's not safe. Imagine the bulls who just thought this was a breakout, right? Because it was a break of an inverted V. I just didn't put the line up there, but it was a break of an inverted V. I'm gonna show you where it was, right there. Oh, if I didn't explain earlier that this is the 5 minute that we use to trade off of, but the algo sheet that I use over here is the 1 minute. These are 1 minute candles over here. I don't know if I explained that. Again, look at your daily candle, so that way you don't feel like you're missing out. Look at the daily candle. We're still in that consolidation area. Making a move for it though. But the stock has to move, but that doesn't mean we have to trade. Again, the stock has to move, but we don't have to trade. You missed absolutely nothing, Prince. Absolutely nothing. I do plan, however, to come back today at 1 o'clock. So if you guys are not busy or have the time or the availability to at least cut us back on, listen and participate, greatly appreciate it. We have a nice liquidity build. Not sure if we will be able to grab it yet, though. Awesome. Aaron, I look forward to us looking to see if we get an opportunity to trade. An opportunity. Dr. J says she'll be back as well. This is a weekly resistance. If you notice me erase all the other lines, those were daily resistance, and the weekly is more stronger than the daily. So as they were passed, I took them right off. I identify the daily with bright reds, and I identify the weekly with dark red. I identify the dailies with bright green and identify the weeklies with dark green. And the weekly support and resistance tends to be a lot greater. This is a weekly resistance area here. I just colored it white because of the magnet attributes that it has. $11 o'clock is upon us. We have reached the 11 o'clock hour. I am grateful. I do want to wait about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we have an area of weekly resistance, and this is also turning into our intraday supply. And I would like to see potentially, who knows, let's see. But I see the liquidity. We have a liquidity grab right here. We have a left shoulder, we got a head. We get a right shoulder, we might get a flush down at least to VWAP, I don't know. Scalp it if you are considering taking a put. Just being observant. I really think we just need to wait till 1 o'clock, but I want to see what's going on at resistance.
Bluetooth connected.
Hamza said he's locked in as well. Awesome. Just wanted to see what was going to happen here real quick before I sign off, guys, because we are at a resistance level. A weekly resistance level. I will possibly be interested in taking put below here to approximately this level. That would also mean that the 30-minute candle would be red also. This has the potential to be our first 30-minute candle of the day.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yep. That was all I needed to see, guys. That was all I needed to see. Show you the algos one more time before I go. You can see right now that we're in this green algo. Okay. We are trading within the green algo. It started all the way this morning with the gap down. We have been bouncing back and forth, the highs and lows in this range as we are still trending up. But you can easily, clearly see the difficulty in trying to pick an area to get in the call. Of course, in hindsight, being 2020, it's just hard. I don't see it today. There's that infamous 10 o'clock candle. But other than that 10 o'clock candle, right after that, we had a huge drop. It's a lot of consolidation, guys. That's all it is, a lot of consolidation. She has broken out now, but she is at the top of this range. Still green for today. That might be what we were waiting for.
Bluetooth connected.
Little less than 1 minute on this candle. I have a 458 put. Mm-hmm. I just got in. Taking my first trade of the day. Using a tight stop.
Bluetooth disconnected.
You can see my stop is right above the candle itself. I've accepted that area of me being wrong in that area. And there was my very quick stop out.
Bluetooth connected.
I was just early. Just. All right, I'm back in it. Aha. Yes, sir. Back in it, guys. I was early, took the stop out, but now I'm back in it. Clearly getting some money right now. Identify the area that we want it to be. Start taking some profits here as they present themselves. Give them to me. Give them to me. Give them to me. Give them to me. Don't you hold my money. I need my money. Needs that. Oh, my money. Continue to be patient. Let me show you where we at on the algos too, guys, so you can understand what's going on real quick. On the algos, we had that drop, okay, from the top, and we are now right here on the bottom algo. That's why I took profits you know, waiting to see what happened here. I'm not going to play with it. I'm going to take a little bit more profit. I'm going to take some more profit as she has presented themselves to me. I need them. Give me those. Give me those. Give me those. I said, give me those. Come on, this is getting too easy right now. MashaAllah. This is getting too easy right now. What? I was just a little bit early on that. But made up huge on that move. Let me identify the correct color. Where I got in. Where I got out. Oh, man, I was waiting on that move, man. I knew it was going to happen, man. Gosh, I just didn't know when. And as I calm myself down, I want to remind you all, as I stated before, to not marry any of these positions. Don't marry them. You cannot marry them. You have to acknowledge that everything that you get right now is a scalp. It is a scalp. So I treated it as a scalp play. That's where we were expecting it to go. The VWAP. I just got out really. And she is really breaking down. But remember, guys, as I stated before earlier, that this is also an area you just called. What'd you say, Jody? Patience paid off. Yes, patience paid off. This is the area 2. Let's be patient and wait and see what's happening here. This is the original put that I called. Yes, I called that put out a few minutes ago and put the line, the arrow there where I wanted it to come to. We do know that there is going to be a conversation here. I still had this line from earlier. We do know that. See that conversation? That's the conversation. Yeah, can we get a like, please, from you guys? Thank you guys so much.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Patience paid off. Yes, it did. This is that area that we said there's going to be some conversation. Because now, what is at stake is... Hold on, I have... Oh, I didn't see that. Dr. J made some profits as well on that play as well. Congratulations to Dr. J. Guys, this is what we were waiting on. Let's just be just a little bit more patient. Just a little bit more patient. A little less than 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle. You can see that that 30-minute candle is, man, that was that 30-minute candle we was waiting on. It gave us exactly what we were waiting on. Thank you for that. This is the area we call the put from this morning. And it is doing exactly what we thought. But let us wait. This is still within that 5-minute candle. Let us get a close and then a continuation candle. Because what we want to do is get below this 455. This is where the next safe put area is. Do not short right now. Please do not short right now. I want to go ahead and take my arrows off because now I'm embarrassing myself showing how much money I left on the table. Here we go. I'm gonna have to have a talk with myself because I was waiting. I saw this coming so much. That's why I didn't get off at 11. I said, guys, we have resistance. I'm waiting to see this. I put the arrow up there. I said, if we get it, I got shook out. I got back in. Why I didn't leave a runner, I don't know. It's a journey. What can I say? We're learning. But when we get to the point that we're complaining about how much profit that we didn't get compared to how much we did get, we're on the right side of the argument. So grateful for that. Again, this is also why I stress that even though we had this huge candle, and remember yesterday, guys, I said typically after you get 3 red candles, you're going to get a breather. You're going to get a green candle. But this is good because this also gives us another area of liquidity. We have the area here, we have the area here, and we have the area here. Also keep in mind for those who might have missed that if the bulls, if the bears don't continue with the act right in their life, they could get squeezed right here. We've seen that happen too. Remember yesterday? Again, the safe put is beneath here. This was right out of this is right out of the playbook. Matter of fact, let me show you guys this. This is really right out of the playbook. The trade that I took. Let me show you. Where's that? Playbook. Let me show you this trade right here. This particular trade, I'm gonna pull it up right here. This is called taking a put right out of supply. Here it is right here. Take a put out of supply. It's a B plus setup. It takes place on a 5-minute chart. You can expect a 20-cent profit target. You choose how many contracts you want. Let's talk about the criteria for it. All right. It is an uptrend and the bulls have no reason to take profits yet. However, when a supply or resistance level is created or run into, which happened here, this could give the bulls a reason. Strong bullish candle closes at a weekly or daily resistance area. In this case, it was a weekly area. The following candle starts green, but then flips to red on the 5-minute chart. Okay. The third candle, which is now the second consecutive red candle, which is right here. Okay. Trading below the close of the second red candle, which is also the first candle. Sorry, closing below the second candle, which is also the first red candle, is your validation to entry. So we had the stock price close here, right here at resistance, put in a beautiful hangman. When the next candle started off green and then it went red. So this was the first red candle. It is best to let this candle close red on the 5-minute chart. That's what we did. The third candle, now the second consecutive red candle's price trading below the close of the second candle, is your validation to enter. So this was the entry point. And if you remember, this is where I put that arrow. Okay. Now what happened is I got shook out on this candle as this candle started below the low of this first red candle, but she went up, and that's what shook me out. As soon as she came back, I got right back in following the 85% rule, got right back in with the same stop, and she went in my direction. All right, now let's talk about confirmation. On the second consecutive red candle's price, trading below the first red candle's price, note, if this lines up with the 1030 or the 30-minute candle, that will make it a stronger confirmation. This happened at a 11 o'clock 30-minute candle, but it was still a 30-minute candle. This was the first red 30-minute candle, as you heard me call that out also. What is the risk? Early shorts could get squeezed. Your stop out area is above your entry candle, or 10 cents above wherever you might choose to get in. Don't be early, be sure. Then we have examples of that. Is this not what we're looking at now? Straight out the playbook. This is your entry. Let me blow it up. This is, we had the area of resistance. We had the exact same candle, green candle, performing a hangman. We had the next candle go green and then close red. And then we had the following candle, okay, once it started trading below the low of the first red candle, was your entry. Textbook perfect. Take profits at the end of the first 5-minute candle. And yes, there's continuation down to VWAP, as there was today. But this is a textbook example. Let's go to another example. Here we have another example. Now, this is not a weekly. This is a supply zone that was created, but we still had the same thing. Trading out of it, that second candle trading below that first candle, and then the flush. Ah, yes, even another example. Now, this one gave us two reversal patterns. It gave us a doji and a bigger doji, but nonetheless, we still waited until we had trading beneath the low, and then so again, everything doesn't come picture perfect, and I highlighted this one because this one happened at 10 o'clock. So you also want to look at the 30-minute candle also. So this was the first 30-minute candle, happened at 10. This one today just happened at 11, and the last example again is just like this one, except we have a red hangman, and we waited until we had price trading beneath the first red candle, got in, risk 10 cents above that, and there you have it. Yet another example. This is a supply zone created. You have this the bullish running into the zone, the hangman, the red candle closes out of the zone, the following candle getting in beneath the low of the first red candle. Take your money, then that first red candle, and yes, you should leave a runner to VWAP. Now, while I was telling and showing you guys that, I don't know if you noticed the bulls making a move. Let's see, I was distracted, so I missed the last 10 minutes. Oh man, Aaron said I should have made much more money. I was doing headshots for a company, had a break to get in, and then another person came in. I had to get out of the trade because I couldn't watch it. Oh man, sorry to hear that. But here is an opportunity right now. One thing about this bus is keep on rolling. It just keeps on rolling. Unfortunately, I can't promise I'm going to come back at 1 o'clock now. I've made a little too much money. No point of jeopardizing it, you know. We're here to make money. We're not here to be right. No such thing. We'll just have to be patient. And again, this is still a great sign because we had this drop right here. Now this is the liquidity that we need to go further. So I still have that alarm set here. This is the liquidity to go further. Be careful, because this could also squeeze the bear. So if you want to get in a quick call, 456.77, everybody in this candle will be squeezed and you will get a nice pop. So there is one for the road. This is 11:30 and I'm gonna go ahead and end the live right now. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate all of the commentary, the support, the likes, camaraderie, and you guys being on this journey with me. I will today do an end of recap, end of day, where the trades were. Well, I guess it'll be this afternoon, because we talked about all the trades this morning. And before I go, I want to give you one more, and that is above the 456.7. All of these bulls will get squeezed. If that happens. Doesn't have to, but if it does, just want to show you an area on a chart where there is a potential call right there. Other than that, waiting for my alarm to go off. We'll take a look at 1 o'clock to see if we're anywhere back around here, and if there's something exciting, I will be back. Other than that, thank you guys. I do apologize that you guys missed that call. I wish it was something I could do. Oh yeah, before I go, I almost forgot to thank T-Shirts for Traders, which is our new sponsor. Thank you, T-Shirt for Traders, where the moniker is "You're a trader, look like one." And let me show you one of their new shirts, as I heard they just got a new shirt out. This one is called Bearish, and I kind of like it. Thank you again, T-Shirt for Traders. Thank you again, Some Real Change Option Training Journey Group. Go ahead and stop for now. You guys, keep your eye on this. Keep your eye on this. Give it 5. It's only a couple more minutes. We'll give it a couple more minutes in this 5-minute candle just to see what happens. Thank you, Dan, Prince, Dr. J, Hamza, Aaron, Lisa, and everyone else who might be watching now or watch later. One minute left. 1 minute left. And that'll do it for me. What a great way to end it. Let's just go ahead and continue to be safe. Identify the next safe area is below the 455.3. God bless you guys. Talk to you tomorrow, God willing. Bye for now.